Well, if you watch my previous video, you know that one of the things that I like to do is exploring and learning new things in my life. One of the things that also has come to, as a thing, as a subject in this regard, is how do you know that what you do is right or wrong? Normally speaking, when I deal with people or when I do things, I never want to hurt anyone or do wrong to nature or this world. So, um, but still, sometimes when I do things, it takes a lot of energy, even brings me a lot of stress. And I then wonder, like, oh my God, what should I do? Well, one of the things that I've learned um, is that I always try to understand if something is giving me, in general, more energy than that it takes energy. It's really a simple thing to say, but yeah, because what I've experienced is, for instance, right now, I love to help people in the gym, but hey, the gym does give me some headaches, and I am trying to get everything arranged, and sometimes I feel like, oh my God, what have I started? But then when I'm in my gym, um, I work together with people, and being able to help people to become the best version of themselves, and also to understand their struggles, and not only during the workouts, because when I do work out with them, they tell me about their personal things, and then I can actually ask them how they experience it, and I also try to help them with coaching. um, but the main thing I always ask, like, hey, if you look at the basics of what you do you feel that it's giving you energy or costing you energy? And if it's costing you more energy, then, you know, my advice would always be, hey, make sure you take a decision to either stop it or change it. That's what I also did with my life. I was actually working in corporate recruitment, and what I found is that I made a lot of money as a freelancer, and I love the money, love the freedom of work, freedom of traveling, been to many countries. But what I also found is that it didn't give me that much energy. It was the more the money that really give it to me, that I appreciated. So in the end, for me, it was like, hey, what is this, And um, I knew already years before I stopped it, I had to stop it. But I always was trying to find a way, because I felt like, hey, come on, fight, you can do it, you can do it. But in the end, I stopped it, and I felt like, okay, what I'm gonna do? And I love sports. I love to show people on how to do exercises, water sports. I love water sports. I love to show people on how to do it. And I felt like, hey, you know, maybe I should start a gym. Well, it was difficult in the beginning, so I started to work as a personal trainer. And the funny thing is that I actually applied for a desk job, a receptionist job at the gym, and they rejected me because they already found someone. But in my application letter, I actually said like, hey, I wanna work behind the reception, and then I can help people because I love to coach people. So they actually invited me, and when they invited me, they said like, "Hey, you love to coach people?" Yeah, of course, I love it. Okay, so how would you like to start here as a freelance personal trainer? And I got something like, "Wow!" So next to this things that gives energy, if you do the right stuff, normally speaking, there should be a flow. And I felt really that I got into a flow. So the funny thing is that I accepted the job as a freelance personal trainer. And I also felt that I really liked to do like small group sessions, and I told the manager of the club, like, hey, can I do small group sessions but CrossFit based? And he told me like, no, it's already done by someone else. Ah, okay, unfortunate. So he said, but you can actually start doing some other workouts, small group training. And those were really like basic things that I really did not like to do. But in the end, I did it. I learned a lot from it, and that was good. And then, not even 3 months later, that's so awesome. I was on holiday and I got a message from the manager saying like, "Hey, the guy doing the workouts for CrossFit, he is quitting. He's becoming a manager of an own club. Would you like to take over his lessons?" Yes, of course I want to do it. So what I found is that I started a simple job just next to my own work. I just wanted to explore, and it gave me energy and I got into a flow. And this is the reason that I really felt like, yeah, this is something worthwhile. So in that sense, I felt like, yes, this is good. This is what it should be. So the group of small group training, the CrossFit lessons that I gave grew, and became one of the, actually it became the most popular lesson there. And I had to expand. So I gave more lessons. And in 1.5 year, I actually expanded from one till four lessons. And in all lessons, there were about 20 people. So it was awesome. I felt like, wow, this is something that really, really is something that's just correct. So I also tried still to work, because these hours were not like my full time job at all. So I had another job next to it, and it was for making the money. And I still felt that it just wasn't, correct. It didn't feel well. Every time I went to the trainings and gave small group training, I felt like, yes, this gave me energy, and my other job just didn't give me any energy. So I knew that I needed to stop. But hey, how am I? What am I gonna do? So in the end, I really, told my environment, people around me, my network, like, hey guys, I'm looking forward to maybe start my own gym. And somehow it came in my path that someone connected and said, like, hey, you want to start your own gym? I got a concept, and how would you be able to set up your own gym? And I felt like, wow, this is what I'm gonna do. So I started my own gym, and yeah, for me, it felt like a blessing in that sense that I really felt like this is what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do. It gives me energy. And even though it was a struggle and still is a struggle, because now I am actually having my own gym for 1 year, and but I help people, and every time I get there and I work out with people, they show me so much gratitude for feeling better. People with hernias that actually, within 8 weeks, they are there from being in pain, not able to walk, up until the moment that they feel like, hey, I can do a lot and it's good. So it gave me so much energy that I know that I'm doing the right thing. And this is what I want to share with you, that, if you feel, or if you are in doubt about the fact like what you should do, or if you feel that you got something like, hey, is this correct or not, just try to understand if it gives you more energy or it takes energy. And if it takes energy, you know let's make sure you um, try to make a decision to change something, how small it even is. Discuss it with your boss, discuss it with the people around you, and they will help you to think about other ways. Um, you know, you can, even if you want to, you can press, or you can send me a message, and you know, I would not mind having like a coaching session with you and discuss the possibilities just as an outstander, because there's no emotion attached with me. So I love to help people, and I found my own way of doing the thing that I love, and that's the way why that's the reason why I know that what I'm doing is correct at the moment, even though still a challenge, but I know it's good. So yeah, this is something that I wanted to share a little bit about myself again, and next I will definitely share something else that is something that defines me. Thanks for watching.